morning, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's morning here in California. This is the third in our webinar series answering your questions, your email questions. The question today is how to adapt to a new culture. This question comes from our candidates typically when they're further along in the process. So this is a question, maybe not an initial question. Once you've already decided that you're going abroad, you're either interning or doing a semester program, you know where you're going, you're kind of starting to think of your life, of living now in another language, in another culture far away. The very first thing is get out. You have to get out of the apartment. Just get out. I know it's hard. Our program, you have your own room in a shared apartment. They do all have Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's really easy to just, when you're not interning or when you're not in classes, to just stay home. And we don't recommend that. Over 15 years, what we've learned is adapting to a new culture. Part of that is getting over your own culture shock. And you can only do that by getting out and away from your roommates. A lot of times your roommates in our program are other Adelante candidates who are your same profile. You also have the option to live with locals. But getting out is really important. Do things that are regular, like every Tuesday and Thursday you've signed up for a cooking class. Or every Monday and Wednesday and Friday at noon, there's one guy found an extreme frisbee team that he practiced with. That was in Madrid. Do things that you maybe normally wouldn't do here, and that's really important. The second tip is getting out of your comfort zone, which is actually tied to getting physically out of your apartment. I never took a cooking class until I lived in Spain, and I thought it sounded really silly, but it's what enabled me to meet locals and hear about things that I wouldn't normally necessarily hear about, and then choose to participate in those or not. But I would have never had that option if I would have just stuck to, intern home, out to dinner, and then intern again. So key is to somehow get yourself on a schedule where you're interacting with locals. Maybe go to a gym. Again, a lot of these classes are free. The other question, or our other tip, was try to embrace your Wanderlust. I know this is the same kind of concept of getting out, but not just getting out of your apartment, also getting out of the city. Most of the cities we operate in have fantastic public transportation systems. In Chile, it's bus and metro. Costa Rica, it's mostly bus. Spain, metro. Scotland, spectacularly efficient train system. Try to get as far out as you can. You might not be in this part of the world ever again. So we find that people that are able to budget and get away for a long weekend or even a day trip do better adapting to a new culture. Finally, again, a little bit tied together, it sounds lame, but try to mingle with as many locals as you can. People that the teachers at all of our language schools are very used to this request. People that you meet at your internship. Try to see what life is like for people that are actually from that part of the world. And again, it just gives you options. Maybe they invite you to do something and you choose not to, but at least you have that option, and you would have never had that option if you hadn't gotten out. So hopefully this helps you. Look forward to our next webinar. We look forward to your questions. Thanks, everybody. This is Kimberly from Adelante Abroad. Talk to you then.
Want more info on one of our programs? Click the screen or follow us on social media and take the first step towards interning abroad.